Hi, I'm Sam, and today I'm going to teach you a bit about cricothyrotomy. And the first part about teaching cric is that we are going to anticipate that every patient that we intubate could potentially need to be criced. So with that, the more critical the patient is, or the more difficult I think an airway is going to be, say a burn patient with swelling, I'm going to go ahead and set myself up with my equipment out on the patient's chest in an anticipation of the double setup. And when I anticipate that with every patient, I'm going to start with my landmarks. And so Missy, I'm going to have come over, and we've got the top-down technique where I start on either side of the patient's throat. I'm going to feel for the hyoid bone, and then I'm going to walk my fingers down the front of the neck until I come to the very first soft spot. And then I found my patient's cricothyroid membrane. As an alternative, you can do the bottom-up technique where I'm going to locate the patient's sternal notch. I'm going to go 4 fingers above, and then again, the first soft spot I come to is the patient's cricothyroid membrane. All right, so the equipment that I'm going to use for a cric is very simple. It's going to be my scalpel, my finger, my bougie, and my ET tube. And in my cric kits, I go ahead and I set these up early. In all of my airway kits, I use a 6.0 to a 6.5 tube. And I go ahead and cut down to the 20 centimeter mark, and then I replace the adapter here. So this is always ready to go for a cric. So here we are with a patient that I have anticipated a difficult airway, and I've made the decision to perform a cricothyrotomy. I'm going to recheck my landmark. I find my cricothyroid membrane, and I'm going to use my non-dominant hand towards the patient's head, and I'm going to feel a second time to make sure that I'm in the correct spot. Now I'm really going to use my non-dominant hand to create tension on the patient's skin so I don't have to fight that as much. And I'm going to create a deep 2-inch incision that I might have to cut more than once to get through the patient's adipose tissue. So here we are, deep and long, and then one more time, deep and long. I felt myself pop into the cricothyroid membrane. Okay, so after my vertical incision, I'm going to repalpate and make my horizontal incision and open up the membrane. And these base fingers down here are really pulling tension and holding firm on the patient's skin again. Now my finger is inside, dilating, and the bougie is going to go in, and I'm going to push and insert again to hold up here. Now I like to use my partner to thread my tube over the bougie, and I'm going to take the tube and I'm going to guide it in till the bulb is inserted. I'll inflate my bulb, and then the bougie is going to come out and we'll ventilate our patient. Of course here I still have an end tidal attached to make sure that I've got good exchange and waveform.